What unfolded on the January 30th, 2026 edition of Smackdown was not just a blockbuster main event, it was a collision of legacy, loyalty, and looming chaos that may define the road ahead for WWE. When Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn stood united against the Vision, the atmosphere inside the arena shifted instantly. This was the kind of match that feels big before the bell even rings, the kind of moment where every stare, every step toward the ring, and every reaction from the crowd tells you something historic could happen at any second. Welcome to Wrestling Space, where we don't just recap SmackDown highlights, we break down the moments that shape the future of WWE. The show had been building tension all night, and by the time the main event approached, the crowd already knew they were about to witness something special. Cody Rhodes entered first, carrying himself with that familiar mix of confidence and determination. This is a man who has learned that leadership isn't just about holding a title, it's about standing your ground when the pressure is at its highest. Randy Orton followed, calm, calculated, and dangerous in that quiet way only he can master. The Viper doesn't need to say much. His presence alone is enough to remind everyone that one mistake can change everything. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn completed the team, bringing with them years of shared battles, broken alliances, and rebuilt trust. Together, this wasn't just a team, it was a statement. Then came the Vision. Their entrance felt different. Cold, focused, almost surgical. This wasn't a group looking for chaos, this was a group designed to control it. The crowd reaction was split, and that only added to the tension. From the moment they stepped between the ropes, you could feel that this match wasn't going to follow the usual formula. The bell rang, and instantly the pace told a story. Fast tags, heavy strikes, and constant attempts to isolate opponents showed just how much strategy was involved on both sides. This wasn't about flashy moves early on. This was about wearing the other team down. Cody Rhodes found himself targeted early, with the Vision clearly aiming to cut off the heart of his team. They worked him in the corner, quick tags, sharp strikes, and relentless pressure. But Cody refused to fold. Every time he stumbled, the crowd rallied behind him, and you could see that fire in his eyes that has defined his journey. When he finally broke free and tagged Randy Orton, the energy in the building exploded. Orton slowed the match down immediately, methodical and ruthless, reminding everyone why experience can be the most dangerous weapon in wrestling. Jey Uso brought urgency whenever he stepped into the ring, flying attacks mixed with raw emotion. You could feel that this wasn't just about winning a match for him, it was about proving that he belongs in moments like this, standing shoulder to shoulder with some of the biggest names in the industry. Sami Zayn added a different layer entirely. His unpredictability, his resilience, and his ability to absorb punishment and keep moving made him a constant problem for the Vision. Every near fall felt closer than the last, and every broken pin attempt raised the tension another level. As the match progressed, chaos began to creep in. The Vision started bending the rules, pushing the referee's limits, and using distractions to gain the upper hand. That's when things truly escalated. Missed calls, blind tags, and moments of confusion turned the ring into a battleground where anything could happen. Randy Orton nearly ended it with a sudden RKO that came out of nowhere, but a last-second breakup saved the Vision from defeat. Cody followed with a burst of offense that had the crowd on their feet, but again, the numbers game caught up to him. The closing minutes of the match were pure madness. All 8 men ended up in the ring, the referees struggling to restore order as bodies collided and alliances blurred. Jey Uso soared with a high-risk move that wiped out multiple opponents. Sami Zayn fought through exhaustion, refusing to stay down no matter how hard he was hit. Orton stalked his prey, waiting for the perfect moment. Cody Rhodes stood tall in the center of it all, rallying his team for one final push. In the end, it wasn't just one move that decided the match, it was momentum. A perfectly timed sequence, a split second of miscommunication from the Vision, and a decisive strike from Cody Rhodes sealed the victory. The bell rang, and the arena erupted. Cody, Orton, Jey, and Sami stood tall, breathing heavy, battered but victorious. But even in defeat, the Vision didn't look shaken. They stared from the outside, calculating, almost smiling, as if this was only chapter 1. The aftermath told an even bigger story. There were no handshakes, no signs of respect, just long stares and unspoken promises. This match didn't end a rivalry, it ignited several. Questions lingered as the show went off the air. Can this alliance between Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn truly last? Was this victory enough to slow down the Vision, or did it only make them more dangerous? One thing is certain, SmackDown on January 30th, 2026 delivered a main event that will be talked about for a long time. This wasn't just a highlight. This was a warning shot to the entire WWE locker room. Power is shifting, alliances are forming, and the road ahead is filled with uncertainty. Stay locked into wrestling space, because if this match proved anything, it's that the story is far from over, and the next chapter could be even more explosive.